So who do we have in the health drive today? None other than Robbie Lyle, the founder of AFT, Arsenal Fan TV. An incredibly brave thing to do many years ago for Robbie to start by just walking around the Arsenal stadium after a game and interviewing real fans. He saw this gap, that there was no voice for real fans. There were experts and ex-players and pundits, but who was getting the real voice from the fans on the ground? And he founded AFTV. It is a massive worldwide success. I've known Robbie for a couple of years. He is a glorious individual, and I cannot believe when I'm out with him how he gets more fandom, more people coming asking for autograph or talking or discussions than any celebrity I've ever been with. It is remarkable because he clearly connects to people on a very personal level. And what we're chatting about on the Health Drive today with Robbie is his own health journey, because when I first met him at a promotional meeting, we discussed health, and I really wanted to make Robbie the best version of himself. I was determined to do that. And thankfully we worked together, and I think the Robbie that we see today is 20 years metabolically younger than the Robbie that I first met about 18 months ago. So we chat about his journey, his story, what he does to keep healthy, and I think it's a fantastic watch. So let's really enjoy watching Robbie Lyle on the Health Drive. Meet us to have a chat about what we did. We had a couple of ideas, and yeah, my thinking was, can we improve Robbie? And that was my remit. People said, this guy could be Robbie. I didn't know a massive amount of AFTV at that time. But you know, I looked it up. It's this massive thing with millions of subscribers and channels, and I thought, wow, what a world that is. I thought, wow, that must take a huge amount of mental effort and physical effort to create that much content. I mean, I've sweated all night thinking about this half an hour chat with you. How do you mentally put together content for a week? Because you've got shows left, right and centre.
Yeah, so no, it's a lot. It's a lot of work, but I guess you don't really feel it because I enjoy doing it so much. I think when you enjoy doing something, it's a lot easier, but it is a lot of work. And I guess it's one of those things that sometimes it can be taking a sort of toll on your body and you don't even realise. So I think my thing's always been weight, carrying too much weight, which you told me about when I met you.
How did I phrase it? I never know how to phrase it. I think
you phrased it like that. So you're too heavy. You know what, right? I say this about you, right? You're brilliant because you've got such a calm delivery, and you know, you literally gave me some serious home truths, but you did it in such a nice way. And so I didn't feel offended in any way. I just it just got me thinking that it's time to make a change in my lifestyle. And you were the first one to sort of break it down in that way, where I realized that actually it's going to take time. It's going to take me a little time, but I need to change me.
Yeah.
I need to change how I think about things. You just got me thinking, and I was just like, I need to change my... If I'm going to... I mean, you said something to me about... Your thing was kind of like, if you do these things, you'll live longer.
Yeah, yeah. Because did you have an idea in your head how long you would live for?
I never even thought about it. I
No.
never even thought about it. You know, as I said, I'm just like cracking on. You're doing work every day. You're doing a lot of work. You're doing a lot of things, a lot of great things sometimes. You're enjoying it. But sometimes you're not realising that, you know, are you looking after yourself properly? So my main thing is, when I really started thinking about how much food I ate, I was kind of astounded. And I was like, I do need to change that.
Because you've always been a biggish guy?
Always been big.
I've spoken to other members of your family, and they say, oh, you know, it's like big Uncle Robbie, and So that was maybe part of your character almost. To be.
Yeah, and then after a while, you just think to yourself, yeah, I've always been big, so, you know, if I'm big, so what? Like, you know, people know me for that, and they know, you know. But deep down, you know that you don't really want to be as big as you are. I don't mind being big, but I'm just like, and I think I'll always be quite a big guy. But I'm just like, deep down, when I really started telling myself the truth, it was like, the doctor's right, I'm too heavy, I carry too much weight. And what you were saying is that over a period of time, if I don't kind of do something about that for my overall health, and this is where you broke it down really well, for your overall health, it's not going to be good. You know what I mean? Start getting, you know, because I remember you did like a blood test. You did certain tests on me, and it was the second time. Actually, you got me thinking the first time. It was the second time I went back and you gave me the results. This was the real eye opener for me, because you then said, overall your health it's all right. It's not bad. There's a little bit there, but you said the real problem with you is you're too heavy, too much weight, and that's going to lead to, you know, if you don't do something about it, it will lead to this, it will lead to that, it will lead to that. And that's when I had that sort of moment when I just said, like, I've got to do something about this. You know, this is a doctor talking to me. This is not, you know, and he knows what he's talking about, and you know, I need to sort myself out.
Yeah. I hope you're enjoying our health drive with Robbie Lyle, founder of AFTV. Second half is coming up very, very soon, so keep watching. Hi, Dr. Andre here. Well, thanks for watching the Health Drive, and check out our all-natural supplement range, Optimum Day and Night. Now, thousands of people in the UK, the USA and beyond have been using the Oxford Natural supplements to get better sleep, better energy and better overall well-being. Optimum Day, which I always use, is designed to boost energy, to curb cravings, and to keep your metabolism firing all day. Optimum Night, well, that's different. That helps you to relax, to sleep deeply, and to restore while your body is recharging overnight. Now, they aren't magic pills. They are a science-based way to help you feel your best. We've had such great results. Check out Michael Owen, the England footballer, Robbie Lyle from AFTV, Linda, a PI lawyer, Anita, an immigration lawyer, and Owen from United View. All of them have found better control of their daily habits, better mood, energy, focus. And now it's your turn. So scan the QR code, click the link, and use the code word DRIVE for 70% off your first order. Oxford Natural, no gimmicks, no needles, just results. Let's get to it. Yeah, because it was, I thought it was, your blood test didn't show that you were ill at all. And but that's not enough.
Yeah.
You know, I could build a picture from the blood tests of just low level inflammation, just things that were running in the wrong direction. And I think you were I probably used that term, you were running hot. And if you keep doing that, then you get sick. At some point, you can't quite recover from it, and you wind up with a sickness.
Yeah.
So, and you made good changes, quite some easy, because to maintain that sort of weight takes quite a lot of calories, you know, more than the average, you know. So if you can just bring it down to the average calorie intake, even though it seems really strange for you to do that, just that makes you lose weight, because it takes quite a lot of calorie to keep that level of body going. It takes often maybe 2-3 times the average normal calorie intake.
I started looking at, listen, first of all, I made a load of changes, but I've done this before. In the past, I've tried making changes and I've not really sustained it, right? But this time I was more determined. But then what I started to really realize, and I feel like maybe this isn't maybe it's quite an important thing when you're thinking about losing weight, is you have to be honest with yourself. And I started being really honest with myself and started looking and thinking, actually, Robbie, it's funny, Dr. Andre, a guy asked me the other day, actually, and he said, oh, Robbie, you've lost so much weight, man, you've done really well. And he started saying to me things like, yeah, what do you reckon, he was big before, he was sort of making a lot of excuses for me of the reasons why, you know, the times you come home at night and things like that. And I said, yeah, listen, bro, The reason why I was so overweight is because I eat too much. That's simple. Well, when I started to analyse it, I'm like, Robbie, you eat too much. Like, it was like, where my studio is, round the corner from me, there's like a Jamaican takeaway place. Food's great, right?
I bet.
I used to be there every day, right? So I go there at lunchtime and I buy like my lunch, which really is a dinner, right? You know, rice and peas and jerk chicken and this and that. I have that. Then I come home at night and I have another dinner. So in effect, I've had 2 dinners and breakfast and all the snacks in between. Robbie, when I started to analyse it, you eat too much.
Yeah,
simple. You got to be honest with yourself. So I'm like, I went to that West Indian takeaway about a month ago. That's the first time I've been there, probably in about 8 months. They were even saying to me, Robbie, what have we done to you? I mean, they thought that I was upset with them for some reason. I said, no, listen, it's just like, first of all, they were like, they couldn't believe how much weight I'd lost, but they were just like, what have we done? I said, you guys ain't done nothing, man. It's just like, I've kind of changed up my lifestyle. So I don't really come in, and then like, sometimes I'm thinking, maybe I'll stop there every now and again to get something to eat for dinner. But then a lot of times when I get there, I'm like, nah, man, let me just go home and cook something. So I realized that the main reason why I was so big is because I ate too much. There's no, I mean, there's no hiding from it. This is just how, I don't know with other people, but with me, when I just started to have a level of honesty with myself, it's like, yo, you're too greedy. That's Robbie, you're too greedy. That's why you put on so much weight, because you eat too many meals in a day. You know, I started to look into, you know, again, when you sort of started to break down to me the amount of calories in certain things, started to look at certain things. I'm like, well, I drive every day to work, and my drive's about an hour. And during that time, I eat loads of chocolate. And during that time, not necessarily fizzy drinks, but I drink it like, you know, I'll have a lot of Powerade every time I stop at a petrol station and drink. The amount of sugar in those drinks. And I'm doing that every single day. Twice a day, the trips, and every time. And then I started saying, how much does that accumulate over a week, over a month, over a year? These are the things we don't realise. We don't realise the accumulation of all of these things. So once you start to recognise all of those issues, and the fact that you're repeating something over and over and over again, and there's these ways to do it. You know, another thing, Dr. Andre, there was one day as well, I looked in my car, I was cleaning out my car, and I looked at the wrappers of chocolate bars. I was like, there's about 10 of them. Like, oh my God.
It's quite a powerful habit, isn't it, sugar? It creates,
it is.
It's very hard to undo it. And well, why did it happen this time? Why do you think it's stuck this time? You said on being honest with yourself. Is there a reason why this time of life in particular, you think maybe it's been, it's hit home harder? I like to think of just me, but I don't think it isn't that. It's definitely some other, life is all about a meeting of points, isn't it? Like things intersect.
Well, listen, I'm not 20 odd no more, you know, and I'm getting older. But the one thing about me, like, even with my business and stuff like that, I've done this particular business quite late on in my life, I guess. And I love it. I want to keep doing it. Big opportunities are coming my way. And I look at things and, you know, I'm a guy, I always back myself in anything I do. And I'm like, what can stop me from doing the things I want to do? The only thing that I feel, in my opinion, that can stop me, because I'm a really big believer in myself, you know, the only thing I think can stop me is bad health. If I'm not healthy, right, you know, that's going to stop me from achieving a lot of my goals. So I need to sort that health out. I need to work on my health. I need to make sure that, you know, I've got energy to carry out the things I want to carry out. And so I need to implement these changes. I need to change my lifestyle. I love to enjoy myself, and I still enjoy myself, and I want to enjoy myself, but, you know, I just want to, and there was something that you said to me that's always stuck with me about, you know, try and live an 80-20 life. Right? Which I liked that concept.
Yeah, take some of the pressure off yourself. I mean, no one wants to be perfect.
Yeah.
And if you can just do things well 80% of the time consistently, you see huge changes by doing that. And you don't get too down on yourself, for not being perfect all the time.
Yeah. And that has really worked for me, because I can't. It's impossible for me, I feel, to be healthy all the time. You know what I mean? I get
the way you work and the stress you work under, and football.
Football, you're out like sometimes a game finishes late. You know what I mean? And everything's closed and you're hungry, because I find it really difficult to eat before a game.
Yes.
Like, because I'm too stressed, man. I'm like, I'm worried about the result and all stuff like that.
So before a game, then, are you stressing about the result? Are you stressing about the content that you have to make? Are you stressing about?
I'm not really stressing about the content. I'm stressing about the result.
Okay, that's still that hasn't gone away. Then that
stress is always there, right? But what it is, I don't know. I just don't like eating a lot before a game.
Yeah.
So when a game's finished now, then I've got all the content and loads of stuff to film. Then when that's finished, I'm hungry.
Yes.
But the problem is, everything that's healthy, and there's not a lot of healthy stuff on the road, is shut. So that's when problems arise. But if it's like you said, if it's 80-20, that might be my 20.
Yeah.
That might be my 20 that day, where it's
now turn right onto Lumen.
It's not a particularly healthy day for me, but I've only done that once out of the week.
Yeah.
Now turn left.
And it's not every time as well that I'd even be, that I'd even be that unhealthy on a day like that.
I'm still learning how the system works.
You could go back right, actually.
I go right. Okay.
So, yeah.
Now turn left and then turn left again on Drayton Road.
I could do turn that sound off, couldn't I?
The volume.
Where's the sound off on that one? Is that one there?
It's normally like a pause button. Or just turn the sound down on your.
Yeah. This is real life, Robbie. This is real stuff. So how are you keeping motivated? Have you made a lot of good changes? How do you keep that going? Because there's the initial changes. There we go. Turn that down there. Yeah, there's the initial change that you make. But then keeping it going is that's a whole other skill, isn't it? To actually
Dr.
maintain
Andre, it's been quite easy, right? Because once I started to lose a load of weight, there's certain things that I'm just like, I ain't going back, right? So I love nice clothes, right? The truth of the matter is, like, I used to struggle to, like, even to go into a shop and buy a pair of trousers and that, because of how big I was.
Yeah.
A lot of times I'd see something I really like and they ain't got my size, right? Since I started losing this weight, I can literally go into any shop and buy whatever I want, right? And I love that. So I'm not going back to putting on weight where I can't do that, right? So things like that, even I wear something and that, and it looks, I like how I look in it, right? Whereas before, I buy something nice, I wear it, but I'm just like, it
doesn't really fit.
Yeah, so things like that keep me motivated, because it's little things like that I've just really enjoyed about losing weight. So those things keep me motivated, and like I said, I've noticed that I'm sick less. I wasn't really sick a lot before, but I seem to get less colds than I used to get. I feel more, I have more energy than I used to have, right? I'm less tired. I sleep better.
Yeah.
There's...
Because that's a really big thing as well. I mean, poor sleep tends to lead to, a bad day of sugar peaks and sugar lows.
Didn't know that until you told me when we met as well. Where you really emphasised on the sleep part, and
it's very hard to eat when you're asleep. So if you can be in bed asleep for 8-9 hours.
Yeah, you can't.
Chances are you don't wake up covered in wrappers and stuff. And
That's
things.
true. That's true. That's true.
So that in itself is good. But yeah, there's no doubt you find that when you're a new parent, don't you? When the kids aren't sleeping that well, and you start gaining weight, and just it's all going wrong that way, and the body's going into a stress mode and just storing, reducing your metabolic rate and storing sugar and making it heavier and heavier. So this is there was a particular item of clothing that you wanted to get back into. Often people have a jacket or a shirt or something they can't wait to get back into.
There was a top that I bought, right? I spent a lot of money on it, right? A lot of money on this top. I'm not going to say on here how much it was. It was an insane amount of money on this top, right? Yeah. But the day I bought it, I was like, it doesn't quite fit, man. I shouldn't really have bought it, but I just love it so much. It's a designer top, yeah. And then I always just sort of put it down, saying, "Listen, man, one day it'll fit me better." All my missions of I'm going to lose weight, and now that thing fits me so nice, right? And just things like that. I'm just like, I'm not going back to like where I was. Yeah. I'm not going back to there. I gotta stay, or even be less. Yeah. And as I said, I just enjoy now the fact that I can just go and, like any other normal person, just go into a shop and just buy clothes that I like, and put a suit on and it looks nice, and those little things have kept me motivated. And then I've just like said to myself, just made changes, right, to the way I eat. I look into food a bit more now, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
because you cook, you're a good cook, aren't you?
I've always loved cooking. I just used to cook too much.
And then you eat more stuff on top of it.
But now what I do is I cook a lot, but I'm very conscious, like, of the, I like to cook healthy food. So I still really enjoy my food. I love eating out at restaurants and things like that. Yeah. But keep it to the 80-20. So if I go to restaurants, you know what I mean? And also, like, I like to challenge myself to, like, make a healthy meal, And I think if you can get into the habit of cooking your own meals, it's a real strong thing that will really help you, because there's so much rubbish out there. There's so much. I mean, like, somebody was saying to me the other day, like, they never cook really.
Yeah, it's
like,
terrible.
they just. Yeah. Robbie, I just go on one of these apps and just order food, and I just like, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. You got, if you can get into the habit of cooking. I think we've lost a lot of them old school things.
Yeah, kitchen IQ it's called.
It's called what? Sorry.
Kitchen IQ.
Kitchen IQ. Yeah.
And there's no doubt that it's very much diminished, and younger kids particularly.
Nobody cooks.
Just
now.
Don't get the fun from cooking, and
I urge everybody to start cooking, because
from scratch.
I remember my mum. She used to cook a meal every night.
Yeah.
That's just not a thing no more, is it? No. You got people now. Yeah. I went round to a mate's house about a year back, and I said to him, I go, he's like, your place is immaculate. I go, your kitchen, man. I go, your kitchen is immaculate, bro. And he goes, Robbie, I never use it because I've never used the oven. I said, what? He said, I've never used the oven. I've never used the cooker. The only thing I've ever used in this kitchen is the microwave. Ever.
Yeah.
I said, hey, what? You've never, since the tiny bit, you go, I've been living here for about 5 years. I've never used the cooker, nothing. No. He goes, all I use the microwave
and then the phone
and the kettle, like electric kettle. Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, and the phone to ring for.
Yeah, and he goes, I just order everything in.
Yeah.
And I was like, that can't be good.
I think a good rule as well is you cook once, eat twice. And I've always do that.
Cook one, eats twice.
Yeah, so cook once and eat twice. So cook things, and there's enough there to do the next day. Though. And
that's true.
Leftover is almost like a dirty word. When that was when I was a kid, I never used to have school lunch. I used to go home at lunchtime. And my mum,
so did I.
And my teacher said, "What do you have for your lunch?" And I said, "I have leftovers." Okay. And he goes, "Really, you got leftovers?" I said, "My mum was a wonderful cook, and she would cook like pheasant stew, venison stew. She's very particular with almost like Victorian cooking, and so she got upset that I told the guy at school that I have leftovers for lunch, and but then eventually he was asking me because he loved the idea of what I was having for lunch. Like I'm going home now for like a 9-year-old kid going home for pheasant stew, and then, okay, leftover. But so I always overcook that way, and then keep it because it's always better the next day.
Yeah,
it's probably
true.
more nutritious, probably taste it the following day.
True.
I mentioned that idea about cooking pasta the day before you're going to eat it. So cook it, leave it in the fridge so it goes cold, and you eat it the next day. You probably only get half the starch out of it that you would do. Little things that probably my mums knew. That were quite useful.
Yeah.
And you're right, that knowledge is getting lost.
Yeah, no, I think it's lost.
So what would you cook for me? If I was coming around for dinner, what would be your go-to?
My go-to
cooking.
My go-to. There's two things that I go to: chicken, right?
Yeah.
But either a lot of times oven cooked chicken.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm coming around for tea. You're going to maybe do something. You can be a bit naughty. Come around for tea.
That is me being. Listen,
okay.
I think my cooking's got a bit boring because like during the week, lots of chicken, right? Regularly, fish. So and fish I find like really good for me because number one, it's good for you, but number two, where it really works well for me is because I get home some late evenings sometimes. Grilled fish.
Yes.
So grilled salmon, in particular, I do a lot. Grill sea bream, any grilled fish. Because it's really easy to do. It takes about 15-20 minutes.
So tasty.
You've got a meal, and I love fish. I'm a real fish lover, and easy to cook, done quickly, meal done fast. So you'd be having one of them too. Could be possibly a steak, like I do grill like a steak with like salad and veg and stuff like that. Those sort of three are my go-tos. I'm not really, you know, the kids, I'll do spaghetti for them and stuff like that, but I'm not mad spaghetti guy. I'll eat that now and again. I'm not a mad pasta guy. I'm more rice. And that's one of the, I kind of need to sort of try to get into brown rice.
It wouldn't take you long.
I kind of like white rice, but you know, white, but I do need to kind of get into brown. But I try to like limit my eating of rice now.
It's not the portion that it was then.
No, it's definitely not the portions, and also to limit it to like once or twice a week max. My consumption of rice, and spend most of my time veg, salad, stuff like that, with meat, with protein. And that's kind of my go-to. And I think I've become pretty boring in my consumption of food, apart from when I go out for a meal. So, and then if you come to my house, if I know you're coming, if I know guests are coming, I'll go out and I'll get bread. And I'll go out and get biscuits and food. But if I'm just there, with me and my kids, like I try to eliminate them temptations. So I don't really have bread in the house. I don't really have biscuits, apart from crackers I might have. I don't really have any sort of those sort of tempting things. I try to keep out. Not there, you can't eat them. So, and you know, you can't eat loads of crackers, man. It would get boring, you know what I mean? Like, they're just dried up, you know what I mean? So that's what I do. And it's working for me, man. To me, I feel as well, if something's working for you, try and stick with it. And that's what I try and do. And if someone's coming around, then I'll go and get, you know. That's how I've managed to manage it, and it's worked for me. And
is it weird buying those things again? We have to buy them in. Does it feel?
It's a bit. Well, I wouldn't say weird because you know, what I mean, I just know that when people come around, they're going to ask for certain things, you know. But I just try and keep them away from myself. But now, actually, some of them things can be around, and I only get tempted by them now and again, to be honest. Biscuits and all those things, I used to consume a lot of those things, man. As I said, Dr. Andre, I was greedy. That's the truth.
I mean, I think it's an issue I think with women when they get sort of postmenopausal, there are definite changes in terms of how they.
It's difficult.
It's very hard to lose weight when you get to for postmenopausal women. Men, we don't face quite the same issue.
Yeah.
Okay, metabolism can slow down, testosterone can go down, it's harder to build muscle compared to before. But you included training, fitness training?
Yeah, I've included training, and actually that's an area that I want to improve on. I do go to the gym and stuff like that, but I feel like I could do better with the gym, and now I'm trying to, that's my next big focus.
Yeah.
Because I remember you said to me, you're quite a wise chap, you know, when I think about it, because a lot of what you said has actually come true. But you said, Robbie, the weight will eventually start dropping off you if you follow this lifestyle. But then you're going to need to tone yourself up, tone your body up and all that.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, but I feel like I need to go to the gym more. I need to get into a better routine with the gym.
Yeah, I think with the gym, always, remarkably, it's not the amount, it is very much the consistency of it.
Yeah.
You can just keep going for a few weeks.
Yeah.
You get to that next level.
Yeah.
And
I sometimes you know what I need to do? Like I like to go to the gym in the morning. It's my preference, right?
Yeah.
Go there early, get my session done. But I find sometimes if I miss that morning session, I struggle in the night because I get on, I was like,
just not, motivation's not.
Yeah, and I want to break that cycle of not being motivated in the evening as well.
Yeah.
So that then if I've missed the morning session, right, I can go in the evening and aim to go like 4 times for the week is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at other things as well. Like recently I don't know if you know anything about this stuff, but Tai Chi.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Okay, yeah. So
I'm interested to find out more about that. Like, I've seen good reports in it. You see these Chinese people, they live to about 90 or something, I mean, they just go like this.
That's right.
Right, I'm like, is that something I could try? I'm looking at things like, I look at options that, you know.
I think just something every day that involves movement. I'd say a really crucial thing where something like Tai Chi is excellent, and we really overlook it, is balance.
Balance.
Yeah. Going forward, you know, next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, not falling over, which at the moment doesn't seem like a massively big thing.
Oh, my God, it's really going to make me feel really old there, isn't it? Not falling over. Oh, dear.
Or the avoidance of it will be massive.
Yeah.
And there's no doubt that good muscle bulk and good coordination, strong feet, you know, strong fingers.
I think they're saying that as well, like it's really good for your breathing.
Yeah, I think breathing, being able to control what's called vagus control.
What's that?
I don't know if you ever get.
What's vagus control?
When do you get most tense, most uptight? Okay,
Awesome.
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure we can use. I can't see people doing Tai Chi outside the Emirates before they go in. I can't see that they're catching on.
Yeah, no, I know.
Can you imagine?
Get arrested.
Yeah, indeed, you're going to get run over. But the idea is the vagus nerve slows things down, slows down heart rate, brings down blood pressure.
Right.
So if you're feeling uptight, anxious, adrenaline is surging, can you control that by activating this vagus nerve? And you can do it with simple breathing patterns like you're saying. So these guys, you see that they're breathing through their nose, out through their mouth. And you can do these little tests yourself. If you breathe in for 4, hold it for 5, and breathe out for 6. Simple as that. Okay, so it seems you know, incredibly easy, but actually you start doing it, it's quite tricky. Breathe in for 4, hold it for 5, and then breathe out for 6.
Yeah.
And you do that over a few minutes, your blood pressure comes down, heart rate comes down.
Wow.
You know, it's a very good, simple trick.
Yeah.
And in fact, as you do it, you start to get quite dopey while you start doing it. So yes, I think you're right. That combination of Tai Chi would be balance, 1 foot, you know, 1 foot, slow movement, all those little impulses to keep control of balance and posture, good breathing so you can calm yourself down, and not just running on adrenaline all day, every day, stressed, worried, scared. Yeah. So I would join you in that. I would join you in that Tai Chi.
Tai Chi, all right.
Yeah,
all right. I'm investigating that at the moment, and it's just I saw a video where, you know, someone was saying that it's really, really good for you.
Yeah, and it's quite functional movement. It's sort of movements that you would do in the day. Yeah. They're not pointless. Often in the gym, you sit down at a bench or something, a machine, and push 80 kilos. It's not often in life you do that. You go around to someone's house.
Listen, I like the gym. I like the gym, and I like explosive exercises. Like I like doing a bit of boxing on a bag and stuff like that. Like,
That's really good.
but I do feel like, I was just thinking to myself the other day, this Tai Chi thing could be so nice and relaxing.
Do you see people here doing it locally around the park or anything, or?
Not really. No, not really.
Don't start on your own. Don't start on your own.
No, I'm just looking at maybe is there a class I could go to to learn more about it? May not be for me, but I'm just thinking the other day, like, it might be something worth giving a try. You know, I'm just looking at things that just keep me just keep me healthy. You know.
And any advice? What's one piece of advice you might give to everybody out there in terms of
what, like for things like weight loss and that?
For health in general, something you wish you'd have known years before, or something
I think it's a journey.
Yeah, isn't it?
That's what I think. It's a journey. Like, if you think it's gonna be a quick fix, I don't think it's gonna work, because I've done the quick fix things, and I've done some of the quick fix things, and they've actually worked for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And then you're back on that, you know, where it's you know. So I think it's a journey. I think you've got to treat it like, don't look on it. I know it's a very cliched thing to say, but don't look on it like it's going to help you overnight. Change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then do it over a period of time. And like you said, that 80-20, I've always loved that. When you said that to me, I felt like that gave me a chance.
Yeah.
When you said 80-20, because I'm like, all right, for 20% for 20% of the time, I can fall off the wagon. You know what I mean? But the other 80%, I'm gonna try and be, you know, and that's given me a chance. So, but treat it as a journey. I think everything in life's a journey. You know, I think when I really think about life, there's no quick fixes to anything. If you want to be successful, it ain't gonna happen quick. If it happens quick, like you win the lottery or something, half the people who win that, or more than half of it, will end up losing all the money because they weren't prepared for it, right? So you're going to be successful, that's a journey. If you're going to be a big top footballer, that's a journey. You've got to go through the academy and stuff like that. If you're going to be a doctor, it's a journey. If you're going to be anything, nothing's quick. Anything, you know, you'll have an artist overnight blows from 0 to 100, and then all of a sudden, you can't maintain it. Whereas you'll have another artist, like, it's taken him a little while to get his first hit, but then he's got other tunes there, and he knows, and he can sustain it. So treat it as a journey, try and be consistent, and I love your 80-20. Your 80-20 stuff is that's really helped me.
Stick with that.
Yeah,
brilliant. Thank you, mate. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm not used to getting driven around as well, so that's nice. Only since when I'm abroad, people will be like driving me around. I get cars sent for me, and that's beautiful. But yeah, I'm always driving myself. So it was nice to be driving around.
Absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
Brilliant. Thank you, mate. Thank you so much. Well, I just loved chatting with Robbie. We've had a very deep connection in this past 18 months. He says very kind things about me, but above all else, he is a testimony to listening, taking advice, being consistent, and making lifestyle changes. Yes, we've added some supplementation to help him along, but above all else, he has been consistent and listened to good medical advice, and is seriously, I would say, going to live 20 years plus more just by doing what we instigated as a health plan this past 18 months. Please keep watching the Health Drive. I think every episode has so much to offer. I'm committed to prevention being better than cure, and making a change for the country, across the country, in terms of our overall health and longevity and healthy years. So keep watching the Health Drive. Catch the next episode. There are so many good episodes. Don't stop watching.